mayor partido de fútbol de Sevilla. Esto es rivalidad.
¿De Sevilla o de España?
Del mundo.
Importante porque hoy jugamos con los perros del otro equipo, los béticos. Vamos a machacarlos.
¿Cómo describe los béticos?
Perros.
Y los sevillistas.
Sevillistas somos los mejores.
Héroes. Héroes.
Auténticos héroes.
There's 60,000 people a 30-minute walk away having the most intense experience of their entire year that has nothing to do with anything else in Seville. It's like when you're in Seville and you're sitting in that tapas restaurant and you want to know what the staff is talking about that weekend, it's the game.
What's up, everybody? It's Andrew. Welcome to another episode of Because Football. Very excited. It's Saturday night. Sunday is the big match, the Gran Derbi, the big derby rivalry match of this beautiful city of Seville. I'm actually not in Seville yet. I'm going to take the bus there tomorrow morning, but it is the long-awaited match. Real Betis traveling across the city to their hated rivals, Sevilla, what many call one of the best derbies in Spain, if not all of Europe. Really excited to meeting Paul with Groundhopper Soccer Guides. I had a great time chatting with him on the Because Football podcast a few months ago, and now we're going to this great game together. They've been updating me each step of the way. Not only did they secure tickets, and Paul gave me great context and background info for this match, so I feel really prepared.
It's the definition of like strictly personal. Everywhere I go, I ask cab drivers, everybody, it's just Sevilla or Betis. Like you don't run into anybody who's like, I'm into Real Madrid. Like, no, you're into Sevilla or Betis. And maybe you're Sevilla, but you married somebody who's Betis, or the other way around. Yeah, it is the game. What we hope for, of course, is good weather, good atmosphere, good game.
Cool. Yeah, I'm so excited for it. Vamos! Because Football and Groundhopper Soccer Guides collaboration for El Gran Derbi. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Paul and the team at Groundhopper have been keeping me posted on the progress. So much information about the city, the match day experience, where to pick up tickets, tons of really good information. In Europe, this is definitely the biggest derby match that I will have ever seen. We'll see you guys tomorrow in Seville. I caught the bus in the gray mist of southern Spain, and after about a 3-hour ride, found myself dropped back into the heart of sunny Seville. I was expecting a raucous atmosphere with crowds of green and red, but the deeply tourist old city had hardly any signs of the match. I got a coffee at a Betis Pena or fan club and chatted with the owner a bit, finding I was about 3 hours early for the pre-match party. So basically, I roamed around the city for a few hours, searching for local epicenters of the pre-match activities, but it wasn't until 4 p.m., 2.5 hours before the match, at El Rey de Cervezas, that I finally felt I had stepped into the derby universe.
Vamos Sevilla!
We're gonna fast forward to the Sevilla Ultras fan march, but if you want to learn about the Peñas or fan clubs that dot the city, how Betis got their name, if you want to see some of the pre-match drama like police barricades that kept me and Paul from getting to each other, plus an in-depth look at Sevilla's beautiful tile mosaic that adorns the western facade of the stadium, then make sure you stick around for all that footage after the match. But until then, we're going to pick up with me running down the street, as is somehow often the case at football matches, directly into the heart of the derby.
Let's see what we can get into
On the Avenida de Kansas City, of all places.
Here it is. The Ultras, the big fan march.
to get another angle here. I just got a nice shove from a police officer. Keep my distance. With the procession here, I'm going to try to get around it if I can. We're pretty packed in right now. Don't get me wrong, I loved the atmosphere, but it was a bit different than what I was expecting. Instead of a group of hardened ultras that traveled with the team to every match, I encountered what seemed more like a group of teenagers just using the derby as an opportunity to party. It just wasn't what I was expecting. As a side note, please comment and tell me a little bit more about the BETIS Norte and other Sevilla supporters groups. Many friends have told me that football in Spain gets political very, very quickly. I've heard some things, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Alright, it's about 45 minutes since I was last blocked off. Looks like the barricades are still up. Stout defense from the Policia. I was reading in the newspaper that they brought in over 400 national police as well. In the next moment, it became pretty apparent why there were extra police needed. Not only was the BETIS bus rolling through to many cheers and colorful language from Sevilla supporters, but also a few thousand Beticos who marched on the way to the stadium. Even a helicopter kept track of the proceedings, and finally one lone Betis fan who strolled at a leisurely pace as a nice chin up to the Sevilla supporters screaming at him from the sidelines. I spoke to a few Sevilla fans and they explained why it was such an important day.
Importante porque hoy jugamos con los perros del otro equipo de Sevilla, los béticos.
¿Cómo describe los béticos?
Perro.
Y los sevillistas.
Sevillistas somos los mejores.
Héroes. Héroes.
Auténticos héroes. Sevillistas no es ser, es nacer. Es una creencia.
Y un pronóstico.
Sevilla 5, Betis 0.
Oh, 5-0? Sí. Okay.
Obvio.
Okay, obvio. Disfrútalo. Gracias.
Well, today is a special day because we live this match like no other. You have to go with Seville.
Of course. Claro.
Fuck Betis.
Yeah.
Fuck Betis.
And you're drinking
bad words.
Yeah, it's okay.
We're gonna kick their ass.
What does it mean to be Sevillista?
Everything. A lot. Yeah. A lot. Like our breath. Our own breath. We support the team even when they are winning, they are losing, whatever. We are always with them because we love the team.
Con los dedos de la mano, con los dedos de los pies, con la polla y los cojones, todos suman 23. Perdero, el que no vote. Perdero, el que no vote.
Because football.
Because football.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Cheers.
Yeah, pleasure, man.
Disfrútalo. See you guys. More proud fans. These guys more positive for their team than against others, but they're ready for it.
El mayor partido de fútbol de Sevilla. Esto es rivalidad.
¿De Sevilla o de España?
Del mundo.
Este
es el mejor derbi del mundo.
Como un partido de Sevilla Betis. No hay algo igual que esto. No lo hay.
¿Qué significa ser sevillista?
Es que esto no se puede explicar. Esto es algo que tú tienes que tener dentro, que tú tienes que nacer con ello. Igual que si naces del Betis vas a nacer del Betis, si naces del Sevilla vas a nacer Sevilla.
No entendí nada, de verdad.
Tú naces siendo, por ejemplo, tu chiquillo pues nacieron.
Sí, porque sevillista de toda tu familia,
Mi familia
Sevilla.
entera del Sevilla.
La mía no, la mía del Betis.
Bueno, ella que es una abeja negra,
The
es una
black sheep.
descarrilada.
Yeah, exactly. Black sheep, exacto. Sí. ¿Y cómo preparáis por el partido? ¿Con cerveza?
Alcohol,
Mucho alcohol.
Enchufa aquí, niño.
¿Y qué? Ok, Cruz Campo, muy bien.
Cruz Campo, que
Lo
nunca
mejor.
parte, fría.
Sí. Sí, es
fría,
advertencia de Cruz Campo.
que
Sí.
siempre esté. A mí no me están pagando por enseñar esto, pero que nunca falte la Cruz Campo y un paquete de cigarros, pero hoy no hay cigarro y tenemos un vape.
Okay, there you go.
Que nunca falte.
Chatting with the local supporters made me really excited for the match, and then once the police barricades cleared, it was time to find Paul. Paul's here, we found each other, we got through the barricades. The police couldn't stop us. We've got about an hour to kick off, so we're gonna do a little bit of a walk. Had some fun interviews, as you guys saw, leading up to it. Everybody's very up for this. It just means so much more to beat Betis, to beat their neighbors, their brother, sister, parents, kids. Like, it's really within families here in Seville, and that's it. So we'll see who is the victor today. I was also reading that this tie holds the La Liga record for most goals ever in a derby. I don't know if we're gonna see a record-beating day. That would be pretty insane, but at least hopefully we get a couple goals to enjoy here. But here we are again at this unbelievable tile mosaic. It's just incredible. Es muy único en el mundo del fútbol en España. Todos los dicen, ¿cómo se dice en español? ¿Puches?
Sí, vamos a decir.
O sea, ¿2 €? ¿O 1 € o 1,50?
A ti, pásalo bien.
I got this at the Betis game. This one, this rope is just pure sour sugar. So I feel prepared now for halftime. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm gonna just ruin my appetite like a 5-year-old, but it's my choice.
They're the kings of the Europa League.
Kings of the second tier, right? Like, such a unique title to own. Like, they're the masters of that European second tier. Gotta hand it to them. It's not an accident.
The best team in the championship.
Yeah. The grounds litter with horse manure, broken glass, and all the empties that everybody's been enjoying. A lot of people bring in their own vino and beers at 45, 50 minutes to kick off. Is this ours? Is it 28 is ours? 29, okay. And we got upgraded. Right, so VIP. Is this us?
Pretty sure.
Hola, buenas.
Muy bien, magnífico. Sí, es por aquí.
Okay.
Vale,
Okay,
gracias.
gracias, señora.
Adiós.
Nice. No security check or anything. I could have brought anything we wanted in here. I should have brought all my.
I did.
Paul's got all the flares.
That's right.
Yeah, he's gonna bust out in the VIP lounge. We've got Eindhoven, not a place in Seville. Glasgow, not either. So this has got to be the European finals, I guess the locations of different Europa Leagues they've won. But I feel like that's kind of what, they have all the different badges and crests on that mosaic there. Boca Juniors and River and all the teams, and they even different teams that they've played and beaten. It's kind of part of their story, which is pretty cool. They even have the Betis badge on there. It's like, how many clubs in the world have their arch rivals badge on their stadium? It's got to be the only one. That's security right there. All right, let's do it. All right, we're just finishing the hospitality lounge. See if we can catch the tail end of the curry sandwiches. See if we can catch the tail end of this warm up here. So we can find our damn seats. If you've watched any of our Because Football videos before, you know how much I love this moment right before seeing the field when the stadium opens up. And this time, we've got double perspectives that Paul and I can both offer. Vamos! Let's go. Are we in the right spot? I say 175. We're in the right section, but we're just going to do a closer route to the actual seats. was amazing. Reminds me so much of all the traditional tiles you see around the city. Everybody please comment, let me know who these city or religious figures are that I don't recognize. It's amazing. So cool. Lyrics ready.
I guess we're white. Okay.
I'm sorry everyone, I don't have a free hand for mine.
I got you, man.
Sevilla doesn't have a shirt sponsor. There you go. Sevilla with a corner, another really dangerous chance. They're knocking on the door. Breaking the keeper. Too close. getting on the field right away. But hopefully these guys are all right. And hopefully we don't get too much of a stoppage to kill the momentum in this game. But he's encouraged by the fans. Sevilla really needs a goal here in this first half. They're going to take advantage of some of the momentum they've had and to keep the fans on their side. Here we go with the flamenco clapping for the song, 42nd, trying to raise the spirits of the team one last time. Corner for Sevilla, big opportunity. Can they do something with it? Good ball. Nah. Yeah, that looks like a foul. It did look like he left the shoulder in.
Put an elbow in.
Halftime. No halftime show for the Gran Derbi. It's much too serious for that, but as I saw at Betis, a lot of sandwiches from outside the stadium, so people are eating very well. I didn't see the concession options inside, but they didn't look like some of these gourmet artisanal sandwiches with the nice jamon and everything that I'm seeing here, so doubtful that it's from the concession stands. Sevilla has got to be really frustrated with that first half. They had all the momentum, but they do look really open at the back, so it's a scary combination. I think any decent movement from Betis and they could steal a goal for them, it might be all they need. Fans a little bit restless. You can sense a bit of anxiety and dis-ease right now. They'd be feeling a lot better a goal up, but that's why we got another 45 minutes. We got the Betis fans in the opposite corner. They've been pretty quiet. I haven't heard them for mine. Looking forward to this second half of football here. So I missed the first 2 minutes because I went to the lounge to get some candy, but I came back for the perfect moment. Penalty. Wow. Literally 2 minutes into the second half. Crazy. I hadn't made it back to my seat yet, so I had to crouch in the middle of the row in front of some other fans. Sorry about that, guys. We got the pen now. Oh. We're looking for 55th minute after the goal. Sevilla fans rubbing it in, singing, full voice, chance after chance. If they make it 2, this place is going to explode. What will the football gods say? Will Navas get a goal to make it 2-0? Oh. would love it. Couple calls not going Sevilla's way. The fans are getting really irate about it. 15 minutes left. Sevilla needs to score because Betis is clawing back little by little. That's some Derby action right there. Pena, who is an absolute unit, center back for Sevilla, just shouldering Abde to the ground and just giving a nice shout right in his face. Wow, that was as close as it could get. Almost a second for Sevilla. Wow, really hard, good tackle. Sevilla right back with the foul in a great position for a free kick. Safe to say nobody in this section agrees with that. Sevilla's back line seems to have grown with confidence. Second half, good deflection away. Could have been two.
That is all excitement down the left, but he's got nothing.
I think we have a sending off from the Sevilla center back. Second yellow. Oh man, gonna have to finish this game a man down. Sent off, but applauded off. The Sevillans appreciate his performance. Now siege defending for the last however many. 7 minutes of extra time. Squeaky bum time personified right here. Oh my gosh.
I wish I knew how to say that in Spanish, but I don't.
Something culo. 7 minutes brutal. Seconds left. Everybody can sense the end. Coaches are going wild. Everybody's dying here. It's insane. They're giving Jesus Navas a lap of honor. They had him hoisted over their shoulders. as a legend of his status deserves. They're waving goodbye to Betis with some choice words. The players are just beside themselves, celebrating and enjoying on the field. Now the coaching staff comes around as well. The fans are going off. I mean, honestly, it's not that far off from some kind of celebration you'd expect from winning a trophy. It's not incredible scenes. Look at this. So we said game quality on the pitch.
B minus.
Yeah,
for me.
yeah. There were some moments. There weren't like a ton of clear. It's like maybe 3 or 4 total where it was like you're really out of your seat. Like, oh, the
Very
offside
much
goal.
like 10th place against 14th place, which is what it was.
Yeah, awesome atmosphere. I think my favorite part was after the penalty. And then for like those 10 minutes afterwards, it was like wild. And then
the whole stadium is bouncing.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, everybody was feeling it. Really cool to see Navas get his dues and his honor with like his last derby at home ever. Get hoisted up on the shoulders of all the guys. Like that's poetic. Pretty awesome at the Gran Derbi in Sevilla. Betis leaves. Once the team buses rolled away, there were only a few dozen fans around the stadium soaking in all of the joy. Paul and I went to dinner, and once we got out of the restaurant, the only sign of the day was left by the police horses. It was great to meet Paul, spend time with him, and see more of what Groundhopper Soccer Guides is able to offer tourists and soccer fans alike at various cities and so many clubs around Europe and the UK. So definitely make sure you guys check out the link in the description if you want to see a special offer and learn more about what Groundhopper does and how they can help make one of your trips and tours full of memories for a lifetime. If you come to Seville, I can recommend both Betis and Sevilla. The packages that Groundhopper is able to provide with those tickets, like great views anywhere. Seville has so much to offer, but definitely make sure if you're here, check out the football. And if you can time it with one of the Gran Derbis, I recommend. I appreciate Paul and the Groundhopper team for supporting me and making this experience a reality. Fantastic times, really loved it. So thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure you stay tuned. If you enjoyed it, subscribe. We've got a lot more adventures coming, not only from Spain and Europe, but all over the world, as you can see on our channel. If you don't see it there, there's a lot coming soon, whether it's from Argentina, Colombia, Uruguay, Bosnia, Albania, Portugal, now Spain. We've got the UK as well coming up, and then Asia, Africa, all over. We've been very fortunate to touch all corners of the globe this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share it with a friend, all right? And if I got anything wrong, did anything stupid, or if you want to argue about something, go ahead, punch it in the comments. Appreciate you all very much. Muchas gracias. Ciao. Peace. Thanks to those of you who stuck around to the end. Here's the part where I share all the little details about the day and what I learned about the city and the clubs. Still really quiet. Just had a coffee at the Peña Bética San Bernardo, not too far from the bus station, founded in 1958. Last night I was looking all over Google Maps for all the different peñas for Betis and for Sevilla. So this is the second one I've been to in the city. I just love the way you step into it, and it's almost like a museum, it's a community meeting place, or people having breakfast and a coffee. It's just awesome. It might be a thing in other parts of Spain, but like I haven't seen, nowhere in the world comes to mind super obviously that has these, not only it's a, you know, a fan club that a group of neighbors or people from the neighborhood started, but having like a cafe, a shop, a restaurant where people gather together all year round. I've already seen a lot of people in their Betis shirts, but haven't seen any Sevilla. That kind of mirrors my experience, not only in Seville, but in other parts of Andalusia that I've been to so far. I've really only seen people wearing Betis gear and not too much Sevilla. So it seems like first little feelings of the match, of the derby. Great to be back in Seville. If you haven't been, I don't know if you're watching this from Europe, from South America, from North America, amazing city. The only knock on Seville, food choices are just a little bit limited. On the one side, I really appreciate that because so many places just have the same food everywhere. You feel like you're in one place, you're in every place. Here, they love their tapas bars. Sometimes I just want to sink my teeth into something a little more substantial. It's been a little bit challenging at times to find something like that. And obviously, when in Spain, eat and act and live like the Spanish, but sometimes I want a little bit more. Entering into the heart of the old city, the most touristic, historical part, and about 2 or 3 blocks away from each other, we've got club shops. We're gonna see what kind of gear Sevilla's got on offer. I was wondering when we'd see the first Maradona sighting, and we've got the kit. I think this is the one from '92, which you would imagine is the Diego, the vintage one. Haven't seen any other types of art or graffiti or anything. I imagine I will close to the stadium, as Maradona, the great one, did spend one season, his last full season in Europe, at Sevilla after serving a ban for 15 months, and then he found his way here, and it was a season, I guess you could say, kind of similar to his career. Started brightly, kind of fizzled out, but pretty nice vintage kit here for 70 euros. The regular kit is 80 euros. White and red is a beautiful combination, but I gotta say I'm underwhelmed by the rest of the merchandise here. That's pretty cool. I don't see a price on there. Scarves about 17 to 20 euros. We'll see what we can get them for outside the stadium. Pretty busy in there. I don't know how many of those people are going to the match tonight. Going to compare now. 2 blocks away is the Betis shop here. They also have their vintage ball. Less people in here. I like the layout in the store better, much more open. Get behind me, Satan. That's whatever I say when I go into the official shop. And speaking of official shops, the unofficial shirt sellers just scooped up all their gear and hustled off, I guess. Oh, yeah, police are coming. I feel like it's smart business that these guys put their little sheets with all their kits. They're probably charging, I don't know, 20 euros maybe, 25. They put it right in front of the official store. So if you got bargain budget shoppers like me, pretty nice setup. So I've just walked over the bridge from the old city, the heart of the tourist area, to Triana, and you can notice it's much quieter. It's much more of a residential area. Regular Sevillans are actually living. Civilians are actually living. And I came over here to see the Pena Betica, which is a few blocks away. Really quiet, doors are open, but hardly anyone's in here. And I came to the Pena Sevilla as well to check that out. But it looks like it's only for socios, only for club members can enter here. So I don't think I'm gonna have any luck, but Jose Antonio Reyes here on the front, Jesus Navas. So this is the Pena Sevillista Triana of the neighborhood here. Not too much going on. So yeah, it's 1:30, 5 hours to kick off. I don't know where the party is. I did see some kids in their teens, like early 20s, walking with a couple bags, and they probably got their vino and different stuff. Otherwise, not too much going on. Still seeing way more people in Betis gear than in Sevilla for the most part. So on the hunt for the vibes. So far, coming up empty. So I'm here by what looks like a river, but is not a river. This is the canal. This is the canal of King Alonso XIII, who is the second to last Spanish king. The actual river, the river Guadalquivir, that Sevilla owes so much of its wealth and prosperity to, is actually a few kilometers that way over Triana. The Guadalquivir River is known by the Romans as the river Betis, and that's where Real Betis takes its name from. Obviously, Sevilla, the football club, pretty straightforward. It was Sevilla Football Club. They were the first one. They took the name in 1905. So Betis, when they formed 2 years later, had to come up with a different name, and they took it from the ancient Roman name of the river. So I learned that there's a lot of connections between Rome and Sevilla. Sevilla was a really important center when this part of the world of the Iberian Peninsula, or at least most of it, was under Roman rule. And even Triana, this neighborhood that we have over here, comes from the name of the Emperor Trajan, who was born here in Seville. So pretty cool, pretty important historical connections, and that is why Betis has the name Betis. Football is not dominating the atmosphere quite yet, so I think I have to go a few kilometers that way to find it. Let's go. Here we go, Nervión Station. The neighborhood of the Stadium of Sevilla. Here we go. So I'm about 2 blocks from the metro, walking through like a little mini mall here, and then what pops out right to the other side is the stadium itself. We can see a little bit now. Massive tile mosaic here. Wow, this is incredible. They got Boca on there, Peñarol, Hajduk, wow, River. This tile mosaic here wins for the most beautiful artistic installation I've ever seen at a football stadium, bar none, by miles and miles. Incredible. I mean, it's almost the full length of the stadium, as you can see. 3 stories tall. On the right side, I'm seeing a lot of South American clubs, even Hajduk Split from Croatia. Again, they're popping up. They're buddies with Benfica, and now I don't know the connection with Seville. Maybe they played them in a previous tournament. On the bottom, we've got some years listed, and it looks like the different titles that they've won. Like certain competitions, like the World Cup Mundial 1982 is listed there as well. And then as we go up, more Andalusian teams, and then on the left side, some more international. We've got Milan, Bayern, I see, Las Palmas, Benfica's on there, Barca, Bilbao, Real. So Betis even makes it their rival they put on their stadium. So, wow. Estadio Ramon Sanchez Pizjuan. Incredible, incredible. One clear advantage that Sevilla has over their cross-city rivals is the number of trophies and titles that they have in their museum. Anyone who's followed European football in the past 15 years or so knows that Sevilla has this respectable knack of winning the Europa League or the UEFA Cup, considered the second tier of Europe's continental competitions. Counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm counting 7 Europa Leagues or European Cups. As far as domestic honors, many less. Campeonato de España. Yeah, you've got to go back quite a way for most of their cup victories, whether it's the Copa del Rey or the league, back to even the 40s, similar to Betis. But here at Sevilla, they do wear them proudly, as the outside of the stadium is adorned with records of all the trophies and titles they have won. A lot of food trucks here. Everybody's getting their sandwiches of different sorts. And then of course we've got all our candies as well here. Now we're coming to the final protagonists of our story, a group of passionate fans who were singing outside one of the bars. One of them was happy to be filmed, his friends were not, and one of them even made a joke about charging 25 euros to be on camera. Right behind this dumpster is a total barricade. The whole stadium, so just in the last like 10-15 minutes, they shut it down, they put the barricades up. Vehicles, feet, bodies cannot get through. So we'll see, I've got to meet Paul on the other side of this barricade here, just half a block down, but nobody's getting through right now, so